to the Nellie and Eve podcast. I'm Helen and I'm the founder and dyer behind Nellie and Eve Plant Dyed Yarns, and you find me here today in my dining area of my kitchen, which is the lightest place in the house on this grey wintry February morning. Welcome, thank you so much for joining me. This is episode 9. And in this episode, I wanted to chat to you a little bit about a very special project, collaboration with the lovely twins of Twinset and Pearl. And I wanted to give you first look at a new shawl design that they have made exclusively for me using some of my lovely single farm BFL yarn. I would like to show you my finished object and then just show you some of the colours that I'm taking to Unravel Festival next weekend, and just to let you know a little bit about the shop update that's happening on the 1st of March. So if that's something that you are interested in, then grab yourself a cosy drink and we will get started. So hello, it's not been that long since the last podcast, but I have this lovely shawl that I want to show you, and as its first trip out, its launch is going to be next weekend at Unravel. I thought I'd give you an opportunity to see it here first and chat about it and some of the yarn colours that I'll be taking with me. But don't worry, they will all be in the shop update, which I am having on the 1st of March. It's usually that way every year, St David's Day in Wales, and it feels like it's the appropriate time to have some fresh new colours. So that is what's going to come up. First, I'm going to talk about my finished object. I talked about this in the last episode. And this is the Vittra sweater by Anna Soshfard. Sorry, Anna, I messed up your, I've pronounced your surname incorrectly, I'm sure, but I will put all the details below if you want to pop along and see her lovely designs. It's a cropped sweater. It sits just on my natural waist. Which I love because I love wearing this kind of design over a dress, and I'm really happy how it turned out. The really subtle small amount of colour work on the yoke. In the pattern, this area here is Latvian braid, but my Latvian braid usually comes out quite tight, so I decided that I wouldn't go with that on the yoke, especially because I would probably mess it up. So I just did a simple pearl with yarn in front, slip stitch along, holding alternate colours together to give a little interest, little bit of colour work here, and then the rest is single colour. This is knitted in my Jacob DK. The main colour is blue spruce, and the colour work is a little bit of yarn that I had left over from the Midland cardigan, which is colour roast chestnuts. I'm happy. It flew off the needles. It's a really quick knit, obviously because it's so cropped as well. Although, would you believe that I actually have lengthened this? So I think it was meant to be up here, which isn't quite for me, but I have lengthened it ever so slightly. That's a modification I made. And the other mod, apart from the Latvian braid, was I increased a little bit more in the raglan here. I wanted a little bit more room just to accommodate the sleeve of any dress that I'm wearing. I like a crop sleeve as well, but yeah, so that is the finished garment. Really happy with it. What else can I say about it? Oh, this particular one was a size 3, got gauge using the needles that were required, using my DK Jacob, which is lovely. It's really nice, isn't it, when you get a yarn that you can just go with exactly the needles that they ask you to use. That's always really good. It was a lovely pattern, a simple pattern. So that's kind of good. If you know a little bit about the concept of making a yoke style top-down garment, you would probably need to have had a little bit of knowledge with that whilst using this pattern. But on the whole, the pattern was really great. Simple in a good way. It didn't give you too much information. Sometimes that can be quite confusing sometimes. Anyway, so that is the finished garment. Really happy, and it's super warm as well because it's 100% lovely Welsh Jacob wool. The sheep just graze just down the hill from me, which is just delightful. So that's that. Now the big reveal, right? Okay, so Jo, who is the designer of this shawl, is, like I say, one half of Twin Set and Pearl. If you don't know of them, they do some amazing podcasts here, so pop along and have a look at them, and they do some great patterns too. They're on Ravelry. Again, I'll put all the details below, but here is, ta-da, the Rachel Shawl. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't she lovely? Really lovely. I am so happy with what Jo has created here. So it's, as you can see, it's a, oh, have I put it the wrong way around? Oh no, that's the right side, yeah. So Jo has created a crescent shaped shawl, large shawl, with a garter rib on the main body of the shawl, and then this beautiful lace border with which is meant to kind of look like lace string, the lace work of string of hearts. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. The increases all happen on the border just before the lace panel. You work tip to tip, so you don't have masses of stitches on your needles all at one time, which is really good. You know, when you're doing a big shawl, you do not want thousands of stitches on your needles. So you have increases all the way along. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's lovely. The yarn that she used is my Single Farm BFL, Blueface Leicester, and this requires just 2 skeins. The yarn quantity, 100 grams, is 400, let me just check, 440 meters for 100 grams a skein, and you need 2. It makes this beautiful shawl. So again, I mean, you know how to wear shawls, I'm sure, but it's gorgeous enough to just wrap around your neck like that and give you some real warmth. It's gorgeous. It's 100% Welsh wool again, from a flock local to me, as they all are. Lovely shepherdess who cares for a very small flock of sheep who are all grazers. They're her pet sheep, which is lovely. So it's a real pleasure to take the fleece and get it spun up at the local mill, and it gives a luster and a softness, but is also, it's woolen spun, so it also has a little light airiness to it and a bit of body. I really enjoy it. It's lovely. And again, the shawl is big enough that it really will just sit really comfortably over the shoulders because of the crescent shape as well. and it's just so nice. I'm so happy happy with it. This is going to be officially launched next week at Unravel Yarn Festival that I've talked about in the previous episode down in Farnham in Surrey. And Jo, I'm really happy to say that the girls will be with me on my stand on Friday and Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning. So if you're coming to Unravel, then do come along to my stand. It will be in the Barley Room, which is on the top floor of the old Maltings house. And I'm in the corner by the piano. She's there. We're going to launch the shawl. I'll have kits available in lots of colours as well as this colour. And she is very happy if you want to talk all about shawls in general and especially the construction of this one. So that's Friday and Saturday at 11 o'clock next weekend at Unravel Festival at my stand at the Barley Room. Again, I'll put all the details below. It's exciting to do a collab with someone that really gets what you want from a design, and she's really come up trumps with this. I'm really pleased with it, so thank you so much, Jo. So the colours, oh, and by the way, it was named for her sister, whose name is Rachel, and it just happens that it's also the name of my very best friend, Rachel. So it's a really special design, special name, hey? So other than this beautiful colour, Camellia, I've done some kits in some other colourways. And these will, don't worry, they'll all be available on the shop update on the 1st of March as well. But I thought I'd just give you a little look at some of the colours that I'm going to bring along with me. Starting, well, Camellia, I can't show you the actual finished skein because they are actually still drying. Such is the prep for a yarn festival. But what I have got are some lovely colours that were inspired by this time of the year, a field in particular where the frost was really hard frost laying on a field with some bright green coming up from it, with a very bright blue sky and dark colours in the background of all the trees. And it was just, and some rushes and reeds in the field. It was just the most magnificent scene, and it inspired me, which you know, the landscape that I live in cannot fail to inspire me, and I am completely inspired by it for all of my colour palettes. So here we go. So we've got Camellia and we've got Camellia Rose, so a lighter version of that, slightly more red in tone. That kind of is the sunsets and sunrises that we've had over the winter. And then we go into the blue hues, and we've got this wonderful blue. I've got dyeing with some indigo, and this is Blue Sky on a Frosty Day. And then we have Jay Feather. And then the last one in the blues is Bird's Egg. That's really gorgeous. So as you can see, they would look amazing in another type of shawl, but I'll have kits for them all. So that's the blues, and then we go into a slightly greeny, light green, limey green, which is our Camellia. You can see the contrast here. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe. And we have, oh, this is a lovely one too. Now this is Mountain Sky. So I've taken the combo of these really, and I've created a variegated yarn which has tones of blue, pale green, going into grey and a little bit of white in there, but not too much. A little bit of brightness here. You can see all of this very well. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, that's very subtle, but it's very beautiful. It would work really well in a shawl because you will see the subtleties in such a big area. It will make it really gorgeous. And then the last of the variegated yarns is Wild Meadow. Well, I can't fail to have Wild Meadow in my yarn collections. It's been a firm favourite for many years. It's pinks and purples and lilacs and yellows and reds, everything that you would find in a wildflower meadow, certainly the meadows around here. And it's just really pretty. It's really pretty. So that's Wild Meadow. And then the last one I have is Earth and Wood Smoke. So you can see again the contrast here. Let's see. You can see the contrast, actually that would look nice. So a nice earthy, smoky brown, yeah, it's just a really pleasant colour, mocha, kind of like a mocha coffee. And then of course we have, I'm going to be bringing along some of the undyed naturals. So this is the undyed Blueface Leicester. It's a beautiful off-white colour, and so I'll be taking some of that along with me as well. So that is the unofficial, official launch. Well, it's letting you guys see it first. The Rachel Shawl in all her glory. And if you're coming along, like I say, to Unravel, I can't wait to show you it in real life. It's beautiful. Apart from that, so we've done shop update. Joe's coming to my stand. I've got to run through this in my head, otherwise I'll have forgotten to tell you something and I'll be really annoyed with myself. I've told you about the shop update on the 1st of March. What I will do is, after Unravel has happened, I will do a little roll of just all of the colorways that are happening in the shop, because I've got another yarn base, Dale's 50/50, which I haven't even shown you here, of different colours too. So it would be really nice to show you those. So what I'll do is I'll do a short. So if you subscribe, you'll know when I put up any videos or shorts, and it'll be a short video, probably with no dialogue, and it will just be the colours to take you through them so you have an idea of what's coming up in the shop. And that is it for today. I've got something else on the needles, of course I have. I am working on socks. We'll talk about those another time, but yeah, jury's out about socks at the moment. I think I'm getting the bug. I kind of want the bug, but I've not really had the sock knitting bug until recently. And I am playing around with it. So I think it's like anything that's fairly new, because I've really swerved knitting socks up until now. God. And I love everyone that's knitting them. So I want to be part of that party. So I'm cracking on with some socks, and I'll let you know how that goes on. Yeah, it's very different, isn't it, from using a 4 and a 4mm needle. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's what's happening with me. It's okay, obligatory weather update. It was sunny this morning, but it is now, there's a real moistury, wet, misty stuff going on out there. Typical February day, really. It's cold, it's been very cold, it's wanted to snow again, all of that, but you know, hey, all the snowdrops are out. And I've seen the start of the primroses in the garden too. So the wonderful thing about looking at gardens is that they show you promise and positivity, and that things are happening out there, which is delightful. So spring is slowly coming this way, but only slowly. Anyway, I will say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me here. Again, if you want to subscribe to know when the next video's up, then please do. I'd much appreciate it. And thanks ever so much also for all your lovely comments on the last episode. Loved them, loved knowing what you're all making. Lots of projects that I've not heard of before, and went off to Ravelry and went down a little Ravelry hole of looking at all those lovely new makes. So they're all on the list, which is super. So do keep your comments coming, because I love responding and chatting with you guys. It's lovely. And thank you for the well wishes, because I wasn't too well last time, and thank you, I'm feeling much better. So yeah, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Wherever you are, you take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.